Good morning, February 16th. It is cold. I have like 9 feet of snow I got to deal with, but that's okay. I'm going to make this kind of short today. I was thinking about something very, very simple, but not very easy. And it's the idea of forgiveness. Forgiveness is simple, but it isn't easy. And I had a friend of mine, his name's Tommy. I talked with him last night, and he said something. Just it wasn't directed towards me per se, but he just made a comment, and it said, I had to write it down. I said, if you harbor unforgiveness in your heart, you shouldn't consider heaven to be part of your future. And it really hit me, like the power of forgiving somebody. And some of you may or may not know, but hopefully soon I have a book coming out. It's about men, but I have a whole chapter dedicated to forgiveness. And, I say in that forgiveness or harboring unforgiveness in your heart is like you drinking poison, expecting that person that you aren't able to or haven't or won't forgive to get sick. It just doesn't work that way. So I want to share, as I do, I want to share a scripture. This is from Matthew chapter 5, verses 21 to 27. This is actually the message here. It says, you're familiar with the command of the ancients, do not murder. I am telling you, anyone who is so much as angry with a brother or sister is guilty of murder. Carelessly call a brother idiot, and you might just find yourself hauled into court. Thoughtlessly yell stupid at a sister, and you are the brink of hellfire. The simple moral fact is words kill. This is what I want. This is how I want you to conduct yourselves in these matters. If you enter your place of worship and about to make an offering, and you suddenly remember a grudge a grudge a friend has against you, abandon your offering immediately and go to your friend and make things right. And then come back and work things out with God. And I was just thinking about forgiveness, just the importance of it, and just how holding on to holding on to unforgiveness it is like poison for ourselves, poison for our soul, if you will. And I just want to consider, I want myself, you to consider if there's any unforgiveness, we harboring any unforgiveness in our heart. Because it has a further implication than just us being pissed off at somebody. It could have eternal consequences. And like my buddy Tommy said last night, I'm not going to argue theology with that, but I think there's a greater point that, and it's even illustrated in the words of Christ, that unforgiveness just gums up everything. It gums up our communication with the Almighty. It gums up, I would even say, our ability to function, clearly, to think clearly, to process things clearly. So, is there anybody that you are harboring ill will towards? Is there, and that's not to negate people. I mean, people screw people over all the time. Just we as a species generally really, really suck. And that's not to say that if you haven't been screwed over that it delegitimizes it, or that you forget about that. I don't think that's how it works. I think you forgive somebody so you can get healed. Like I said, forgiveness isn't easy, but it's simple. And I just want to encourage you guys, please continue to check out my daily Flawed vlogs. You can find them on flawed.com, as well as our other episodes. I'm working on this week's coming up Friday, and it's good. There's some humor in it, but it's pretty heavy. A lot of heavy stuff. But the episode this week, repressive tolerance and cancel culture, is out. Please check that out. Please share that. We really, really need it. But while you're doing that, I want you guys to get in the arena.